All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. Rich Walsh along with Paul Zeiss, who's social distancing over at the 93.7 fan cam. Hey, Paul, I got Miguel Del Pozo fever, buddy.
Oh,
how is this guy a pitcher in the majors?
Let me tell you something. He's the worst pitcher that the Pirates have had, and that's saying something considering some of the guys that they've had over the years. He's terrible. Now, maybe he's young and he's a guy that, is going to learn or whatever and get better, but my goodness, if they don't have anything better in Altoona than him, if they can't figure out somebody, better than him in Altoona, this organization is a lot further away than I thought.
It makes you wonder, and I know there's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there. Do you think that, the management is trotting these guys out there, not minding if they lose?
I mean, I don't.
I'm not saying intentionally blowing the season. I'm saying you put guys out there.
I would say, right. I would say they understand what they have and who they have. Now, I don't think that Derek Shelton has managed, to give them the best opportunities to win night to night. I think he's made some mistakes, and maybe that's just because he's a rookie manager or whatever. But to me, man, some of the things he's done has, I would say, actually outright cost them games. So I understand why there are all these conspiracy theories that, they're tanking and whatnot. But to me, they are what they are. They just don't have a lot of talent. They don't have a lot of good players. And, Richie, that being said, though, there is no excuse for putting this guy on the mound ever, unless they're down 20-1 and need to burn some innings.
Hey, you told me my sleeper of the year. Remember when we made our picks for, player breakout player of the year? Eric Gonzalez. He's doing it again. 3 for 4. Get this guy in the lineup.
Yeah, 6 RBI. I mean, he's a good fielder. I'm sure he's going to continue to have lots of RBIs and hits every single night because he's that kind of hitter.
All right, let's go out to Mike in Oakland. How you doing, Mike? Haven't heard from you in a while, Mike. How you doing?
I know, Rich. I missed you, man. How you been?
Good. What's going on?
Listen, normally I like to talk Bucko fever, but
yeah, no one has it now.
Yeah, there's no Bucko fever this year, and after the Penguins debacle, I figure I need to change the topic for a night. I just want to, get you guys' opinion, and I agree with you, Richie, that I agree with you that the Pirates just tied it up. By the way, it's 12-12 now. That's
Are
shocking.
you kidding me? Whoa!
Yeah, Frazier hit a 2-run homer with 2 outs.
Ah, that's nice. You heard it here.
Anyway,
breaking news. 12-12.
Yes. So anyway, I agree with Jari should have started. I think it would have gone to a Game 5, but I think Paul was right. I think they're going to lose anyway. They showed literally there was no effort, and I think honestly, Sullivan has lost the team. I don't think they really tune him in anymore. I think in the offseason, well, first of all, I think my main issue was why is Jim Rutherford keep trading to trade? We didn't need Sheary. We didn't need Marlowe. I mean, as soon as those guys came to the team, did you notice we started losing quite a bit of games? It changes the chemistry. We didn't need those guys. And also Murray wasn't very good, and then Jari wasn't good either during that stretch. But I think Jari should be the number 1 goalie. I think Murray needs to move on. And I will get your guys' thoughts. And good talking to you, Rich.
Yeah, nice talking to you too, Mike. Thanks a lot for calling. You make a couple good points there. One, I want to bring up, Paul, is Mike Sullivan on the hot seat? I mean, because if players are tuning him out, and it looks like potentially this could be happening, the players look tired. I understand that it was a short training camp and everything. But if they are tuning him out, that means that, he could be in trouble next year because in the NHL, you don't last too long.
Well, the thing is, they gave him a long extension, didn't they? I think he's signed through like 2024. So, I mean, I don't think he's on a hot seat now. Now, if they get off to a really slow start next year, it all depends on what they do in the offseason, Rich. I mean, if they were to break up the team a little bit, then they would basically be saying, we understand that we're going to probably lose some games and things. And so he would have a little longer leash. But if they were to go out and try and bolster the team so that they could go and really take a run at, one more cup, and they got off to a slow start next year, then it would get really interesting.
Yeah, I think that's what they'll do. I think that's the direction they're going to go in. They're not going to try to rebuild. They're going to try to bolster this team. That would be my guess. Maybe getting rid of some dead weight, but maybe bringing in another star or something to try to go out and win with this group still. Let's go out to Harry and Blondex. How you doing, Harry?
Yeah, I agree with Paul. It's definitely the end of an era.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah. They've gone backwards the past 3 years.
Not many people agree with Paul. That's a bold statement.
I think that you definitely got to get rid of Malkin and Letang, get what you can for them. And I just think it's going to be a long time before we see championships again, because I don't think the Steelers are going to be winning them either. It's a shame.
I wouldn't count out the Steelers just yet, Harry. It's just it's going to be tough because they have to deal with Kansas City and the Ravens. But if we're going to talk hockey here, I don't think it's an end of an era quite yet. I still think that they have a small window, but they're heading in the direction of Chicago and L.A. when they were winning cups and they had their stars. And Paul, I don't know. I mean, if you're going to trade someone? Do you trade a Malkin? I don't know if you trade both. Do you trade a Letang? Who do you get the most for? Do you re-sign Schultz or try to? You might get a good deal on him. Murray, do you get anything from Murray? I mean, who do you look to trade?
Well, if you're going to trade someone, Malkin and Letang would be the two that you're trying to probably trade.
But you can't trade
Murray,
both, right? You can't trade both guys.
What if, I mean, you just talked about trying to get a big, good deal for Matt Murray and all the other stuff back. If you think that it's time to try and reload or rebuild, you want to trade those guys while they still have some value, while they're still, seen as sort of elite players. I mean, to me, if you're going to go that direction, frankly, I mean, obviously Crosby is off the table, but you would think about trading mostly anybody that, you can get something for that's young and, some prospects or whatever. I probably wouldn't trade Gensel, but there's not many guys on this team that I would say is untouchable. And I think this is an off season where they're going to have to make some changes and really make some really hard decisions that sometimes teams that have success, they fall in love with their guys and you know what, they don't want to make the changes necessary.
All right, now it's time for our Tri-State Office Furniture tweet of the day. And this is from our own Bob Pompiani. Never thought this would even be a consideration. Paul, Bob, you work with him too. He was hyping up the Penguins, saying no chance they're going to lose this. Well, they lost. Now it's a 12.5% chance that they get that guy right there. The number 1 overall draft pick, maybe a game changer for the Penguins. They get a 12% chance. That's pretty good. They got a chance. Paul?
Yep. I mean, that's all you can ask for, right? A chance.
Yeah, a chance.
Just be in the game.
Yep, just a chip in a chair, right? All right, we got to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls, some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.